Hey guys, and welcome back to this place. If you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen.
I'm Calvin.
I was just thinking, wouldn't it be so funny if this was someone's first video that they're watching? Just because it's part 2 of the finale. It's not even part 1.
It's not their first avatar. It's just the first reaction that they're watching.
I know, but it's like they would be starting in the middle of the episode.
Why didn't you go back and start from the series beginning?
Yeah.
That's a weird place to start. Yeah. Even it is weird because you're not starting with the finale. The finale and the first episode always have the most views. Why aren't you starting with one of those? So you get the big reaction moments and then you go back and watch the rest of it. You're a fool.
You're not. You're probably not doing that. Anyway, last episode, we started the 4-part finale with Aang, revealing that he was going to wait until after Sozin's Comet to try to get Ozai, which, very short-sighted.
It is. I'll say it's not actually short-sighted. The short-sightedness comes in when they decided not to share that plan with the entire team.
Yeah. Well, I think the reason I say short-sighted is because I feel of course they're children, but you should assume that Ozai is going to do something horrible during Sozin's Comet.
Sure.
So that's the only thing.
But they're not horrible people, so they don't think in horrible terms.
Well, you don't have to be a horrible person to be able to think like horrible people. To understand their thinking.
You have to channel it, though. A person who's just good through and through would never consider some of the things that a bad person would. You know?
I guess. But anyway, we have that. We also have Aang going to an island that doesn't exist. But he's there, and Momo's with him. So it exists in some...
So he's going to a place that doesn't exist, but it does.
He's on a place...
Because he's there, but he's going there.
No, he's there. He's on a place that doesn't exist. But it does exist, just not in the plane of existence that we are aware of, I think. We're going to find out because... Because June, the bounty hunter, who is badass, is going to track him. And apparently, I guess her creature can smell into other planes of existence. I don't know.
Where are you getting that?
He can smell Aang for life. So no matter where he is, if it's an alternate reality, if it's...
Did they say that?
No. They didn't. But we're going to find out if that's true or not. So maybe we'll run into Iroh. Here's to hoping. Let's watch.
Hey, I remember her. She helped you attack us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Back in the good old days.
Back in the good old days.
I see you work things out with your girlfriend.
I'm not my girlfriend.
Oh, that was some cuteness.
Mm-hmm.
The nose looks like a little face.
It's a little mole star.
Just going in a circle. Aww.
Well, what does that mean?
It means your friend's gone. He doesn't exist.
So it cannot smell into other dimensions.
Do you mean he's, dead?
Nope. We could find him if he were dead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a real head scratcher. See ya.
Bye.
There's only one other person in this world who can help us face the Fire Lord. I'll be right back with a smell sample. You saved your uncle's sweaty sandal?
We're gonna find Iroh!
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this.
Wait up!
I love how Appa was at the ready. He was like,
yeah.
Here we go. Is he embossing Sai?
Your uncle's somewhere beyond the wall. Nyla's getting twitchy, so he can't be too far. Good luck.
Okay, bye. I guess you're not coming with.
It's not made of Earth.
Okay.
I wish I had some help right now. I wish I had Roku. I do have Roku.
Yep.
It's a hexagon because he's not here.
No.
What is this place?
I don't know, Aang.
What?
But I see that you are lost in more ways than one right now.
He doesn't know what to do about Ozai.
What to do once I face the Fire Lord?
Maybe this place is gonna help him figure it out. Appa was just like...
Well, look who's here.
I was like, I recognize these people. There's Boomy.
Yeah.
Who would have thought we'd see him again?
In my life, I tried to be disciplined and show restraint. But it backfired when Fire Lord Sozin took advantage of my restraint and mercy. If I had been more decisive and acted sooner, I could have stopped Sozin and stopped the war.
Could have saved a lot of lives.
I offer you this wisdom, Aang. You must be decisive.
It doesn't mean he has to kill. It just means he has to know what he needs to do.
Haku.
It is respectful to bow to an old master, but how about a hug for your new grandfather?
That's so exciting!
Oh.
You and Gran must be
He's like,
I was so confused for a second. I forgot.
Welcome to the family, Gramp.
You can still just call me Paku.
How about Grandpaku?
No.
Aw, that's a kind of good one. Right?
How do you all know each other?
All old people know each other. Don't you know that?
We're all part of the same ancient secret society.
Pao Shou. Right? The tile.
that's
Order
partial.
of the White Lotus.
That. Yeah. Isn't there the game they played Pao Shou?
Pie show.
Pie
Yeah.
Shou. Okay.
A
The White
call
Lotus.
went out that we were needed for something important.
Ooh.
It came from
It
a
was
Grand
Iroh.
Lotus, your uncle.
Yeah.
Iroh of the Fire Nation.
Well, that's who we're looking for.
Then we'll take you to him.
Wait, someone's missing from your group. Someone very important. Where's Momo?
Boomy. Boomy is like the definition of like crazy old man. You know?
Yeah.
We gotta love him.
Chaotic energy.
But you didn't really kill Shin. Technically, he fell to his own doom because he was too stubborn to get out of the way.
Personally, I don't really see the difference. But I assure you,
I mean, she
I would have done
caused
whatever
his
it
death.
took to stop Chin.
her advice is kill.
An eclipse. That'll do it.
What do you think you're doing?
Taking back my city. You've got no firepower, and it's payback time.
Damn. Boomy's got the power. He's gonna be like, get that shit off of here. Destroy the bridge.
So what about you guys?
Yeah.
Did you do anything interesting on the day of the eclipse?
Nah.
No, not really.
I mean, they didn't do all that. Would have been nice.
Would have been good if they took over a city.
I am Avatar Kuruk. When I was young, I was always a go with the flow kind of avatar. But then, I lost the woman I loved to Ko. It was my fault. If I had been more attentive and more active, I could have saved her. You must actively shape your own destiny and the destiny of the world.
All this advice is so conflicting in parts, you know? It's like...
Your uncle's in there, Prince Zuko.
Oh gosh. I gotta put this coffee down.
You're gonna convulsively cry.
No, I hope
Spill
not.
your coffee.
Are you okay?
He's scared.
No, I'm not okay. My uncle hates me.
No, he doesn't hate you.
He loved me and supported me in every way he could. And I still turned against him. How can I even face him?
Zuko, you're sorry for what you did, right?
More sorry than I've been about anything in my entire life.
Then he'll forgive you.
Oh gosh, I'm so scared. Same Zuko.
Uncle.
He's asleep. Is he gonna wake him up, or is he just gonna wait? I think he's just gonna wait.
I am Avatar Yang Chen, young Airbender.
Avatar Yang Chen. The monks always taught me that all life is sacred.
Yes, all life is sacred.
I know, I'm even a vegetarian.
Avatar Aang, I know that you're a gentle spirit, and the monks have taught you well. But this isn't about you. This is about the world. Many great and wise air nomads have detached themselves and achieved spiritual enlightenment. But the Avatar can never do it. Because your sole duty is to the world.
Yes!
Selfless duty calls you to sacrifice your own spiritual needs and do whatever it takes to protect the world.
It's good advice, though.
I have to kill the Fire Lord.
I mean, I think you have to decide for yourself what you do, but I think that it can't be about you. You know, it has to be about everybody else. Oh gosh, okay.
I know you must have mixed feelings about seeing me, but I want you to know, I am so sorry, Uncle. I am so sorry and ashamed of what I did. I don't know how I can ever make it up to you, but How can you forgive me so easily?
Because he loves you.
I was never angry with you. I was sad because I was afraid you lost your way.
He's proud.
But you found it again. And you did.
Stop laughing!
I'm sorry.
And I'm so happy you found your way here.
It wasn't that hard, Uncle. You have a pretty strong scent.
See, you're crying too. Stop laughing at me.
It's because you were crying so much. You were like bawling.
What I wanted for so long.
I know.
I knew he would be proud of him.
The whole island is moving!
Is that a creature?
You're funny, you're like...
It looked like the foot.
The biggest animal in the world! I've got to swim around and find his face!
Maybe that's why it was gone. No, but he's nowhere. I don't understand.
Even if I did defeat Ozai, and I don't know that I could, it would be the wrong way to end the war. History would see it as just more senseless violence. A brother killing a brother to grab power.
Yeah.
The way for this war to end peacefully is for the Avatar to defeat the Fire Lord.
Yeah, I agree.
Then would you come and take your rightful place on the throne?
No.
See?
Someone new must take the throne. An idealist with a pure heart and unquestionable honor. It has to be you, Prince Zuko.
Unquestionable honor? But I've made so many mistakes.
Yes, you have. But you have always followed your own path. You restored your own honor. And only you can restore the honor
Of the Fire Nation.
I'll try, Uncle.
When I was a boy, I had a vision that I would one day take Ba Sing Se. Only now do I see that my destiny is to take it back. So the Earth Kingdom can be free again. Zuko, you must return to the Fire Nation so that when the Fire Lord falls, you can assume the throne and restore peace and order.
What about Azula?
Azula will be there, waiting for you.
I can handle Azula.
Not alone. You'll need help.
You're right. Katara, how would you like to help me put Azula in her place?
It would be my pleasure.
I think that, even though we don't know where Aang is, we need to do everything we can to stop the airship fleet.
And that means when Aang does face the Fire Lord, we'll be right there if he needs us.
Yeah. Aww. It's not making me cry.
After I reconquer Ba Sing Se, I'm going to reconquer my tea shop. And I'm going to play Pai Sho every day.
I hope so.
Today, destiny is our friend. I know it.
So what?
I just love Iroh so much. I miss him so much.
He's right there.
I know. That's an eyeball. Is it like the turtle that carried the world or whatever?
The world turtle?
Mm-hmm. It's funny looking.
Lion turtle.
It's a lion turtle. That's what, okay, that's why it looks funny.
The true mind can weather all the lies and illusions without being lost. The true heart can tough the poison of hatred without being harmed. Since beginningless time, darkness thrives in the void, but always yields to purifying light.
What the hell are you doing? Lion turtle thing? What was that green light?
Wait for him. He will come.
Who? Who is he? He said wait, and he did not wait. Is that the Comet? Is that the Comet? Excuse me, we were supposed to do this before that happened. This is gonna be the end of that episode, isn't it? We were supposed to end it before this happened.
Yeah.
I'm stressed. Y'all, was he crying as much as me? Because I think so.
No. It's going to be the most one-sided poll. If you did one. Oh.
No. I'm going to start fucking crying again. How long I've waited for that moment. Right there. Like, 3 seasons, pretty much. You know? Like... And then, like, I knew that Iroh wouldn't want the throne. Like, that's just not who Iroh is. Like, I knew that he wouldn't want it for himself. And I thought that, it would be good for Zuko to have it because I think, he's a good person to lead the Fire Nation into this new age because
it's like what Iroh said. He's a young heart with idealism.
Yeah. And he's
impeccable.
Yeah. That killed me. Like, or unquestionable honor, right?
Yeah, unquestionable. That's what he said.
And Zuko's like, but I did all these things. And he's like, yeah, you got your honor. Like, you figured it out. And I'm just worried for Iroh now because he wants, to take Ba Sing Se and then to just have the Jasmine Dragon back again and everything. And, like, I just need that to happen. Like, I need that to happen.
Are you crying?
Yes!
Okay. I thought you were laughing.
I just need them to have a happy ending, you know? Sorry, you guys.
See, there. Were you laughing or crying?
I was both.
Okay. I can't tell sometimes.
I'm so invested in Iroh and, you know, Zuko, and they did such an amazing job with all of the characters, but, you know, everybody is different and everybody connects to different characters differently because of, you know, parts of who they are, parts of who the character are, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. And I just really connected to, like, Zuko and Iroh a lot. And so I just, like, I have such love for them in my heart. And I want them to have good endings to their stories, you know? So I'm scared. I loved the moment of Zuko and Iroh's reunion, and I loved it so much because Iroh is the father that Zuko always deserved to have, you know? He's the father that a kid deserves, right? He loves you unconditionally. He doesn't have these barriers in place for you to earn his love like Ozai does. Zuko is so worried that Iroh is going to be disappointed and he's going to hate him and he's going to be so mad. But that's not who Iroh is, because he is like a parent should be. Like, I knew that you would find yourself. I knew that you would do this, and I was just here supporting you as you struggled to do it, because kids fuck up. They mess up. They stumble. They make mistakes. They choose the wrong thing. They do the wrong thing. They disappoint you. But if you're a good parent, you love them through all of that. And hopefully you get to have that moment with them that Zuko and Iroh had, where you get to share, like, that you're proud of them and that you love them and everything. And in doing so, you empower them to be like Zuko, you know? Like, Zuko could have never made the choices that he made and saw the world the way that he now sees it and come around without Iroh and his guidance and his love and his ability to let Zuko discover Zuko, you know? Like, Iroh never told Zuko who he was. He let Zuko discover who he was. He told him, I don't think that the choices you're making reflect who I know you to be. But he didn't tell him who he should be or who he was, right? And I feel like Ozai did, and he was wrong. And Azula is the accumulation of Ozai's way of parenting, and Zuko is the accumulation of Iroh's. And I think
Ursa.
Yeah, and Ursa, who I still wish would just show up. But yeah, so I think, you know, I just loved to see I don't know what the word would be, but like the accumulation of all those moments that led them to that reunion scene, you know? Like, I think
realization.
Yeah, I think it was just a beautiful scene, and the writers have done such an amazing job, and the voice actors, of playing these characters and making you love them and understand them and root for them. And it's so great to have those moments, you know? Like, it's giving you everything you want, but are scared you're not gonna get. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't have imagined their reunion better than what they gave to me, you know? Like, like, I loved it. I loved it so much. Like, I knew that Iroh would forgive him, but I was scared like Zuko, because, like, you feel that moment of, like, it catches in your chest, you know, and you're like, please just be who I know you are, be what I know you are, and he was, you know. Something else that was really interesting about this episode, or it's kind of been a mounting thing throughout the past few episodes and probably the entire series, really. But we just weren't thinking about it because we were just like, we have to get to Ozai. And then it's like, oh, wait, well, what are we going to do with Ozai once we get to him? You know what I mean? It's like, you're kind of like so focused on like Aang has to stop Ozai that you're not like, okay, but like stop, or like...
Because they've never actually used the word
kill.
Until this episode.
Well, they don't even show the people who dying, right? Like with Jet, you're like, what happened? Is he dead? And then I love how
it was kind of hard.
I was gonna say, I love how they even acknowledged that it was like, yeah, we weren't really sure what went on there because it's a bit iffy, you know. But it's like, but yeah, he did die. And like the combustion man or Sparky Boom Man or whatever it was that Sokka called him.
And the Fire Navy at the Northern Water Tribe when Aang goes all
Kanju or whatever.
Kaiju. Water Kaiju.
Yeah, so usually Avatar, the show, you know, probably like we're talking about because it's made for kids. Or like we've said before, because it's made for kids. Although I think has vastly important lessons for adults and like definitely a lot that adults can understand in the nuance that kids might miss.
It's like kids and young adults.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's probably a large part of why they don't like use the word kill or show people dying or anything like that, you know, because that's upsetting for children, you know.
Sure.
I mean, I was watching Tour of Duty when I was like 8 years old, but that's probably, you know,
I was watching some pretty rough stuff when I was Lethal Weapon and all kinds of stuff.
Like one of my favorite shows, like one of my first ever favorite shows when I was like 7 or 8 was ER.
Yeah.
I don't think I truly understood like a lot of what was going on, but like I watched it and I was like, oh, George Clooney. Anyway, we, like you said, we used the word kill for the first time in this episode, and
in the past we've heard a lot of like, you know,
this person was taken from me, and
or like we're gonna end you, or like we're gonna stop you permanently, you know, that kind of thing a lot.
Yeah, but we haven't but what we were talking about was we never really considered, or I, you know, didn't super consider like what ending Ozai meant, like what stopping Ozai meant for Aang. And I think it's really interesting that it did seem kind of, well, to me, I took Roku's advice a little bit differently than Aang did. Like Aang was like, okay, Roku wants me to kill him, whereas I took Roku's advice like, whatever you decide.
Yeah.
Like all in with that decision.
Don't just hope that the problem will go away.
Yeah. Whereas I think Roku was like I waffled a bit too much, right? Like I was like, I hope that he can come back from this. So he didn't choose what to do. And he feels like that's what, you know, made everything happen that happened after that. And so I took Roku's advice, like whatever, you know, just be definitive in your decision. Whereas Aang took it like, kill Ozai. Which is interesting because...
Make a definitive decision.
To kill Ozai.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because, one, I think advice is always open to interpretation, right? And Aang is, you know, looking for an answer, like to kill or not to kill. So he takes that advice, like, okay, that's one for the kill category. Because he doesn't want to do it. And then, obviously, Kyoshi was definitely like, kill him. And, I can't remember the names of the other avatars. The waterbender that he talked to, and the air nomad.
I'm trying to think. I'm not good with their names.
Well, we only meet them this one time, so.
Avatar Kuruk, which is
the guy, the waterbender. Yeah.
Yang Chen. Yeah, was the airbender.
Okay. They both did pretty much say kill as well, right? Like,
well, Kuruk said, like, if I had been more proactive, if I had paid more attention to what was happening,
like the woman I loved wouldn't have died,
then she wouldn't have been taken by the face stealer.
So yeah. The advice that I found the most interesting, aside from Roku's, because I did like Roku's a lot too. You know, Kiyoshi's Kiyoshi. She's just gonna be like, look, just fucking kill him.
Well, she's like, do what you have to do to save people. If he gets in the way, then that's what happens.
Yeah, and I liked that, like, Aang even tried to, like, give her an out, because he's like, well, you didn't really kill somebody. Like, he fell because, you know, he was too stupid to get out of the way. And she's like,
I wouldn't see much of a difference.
Yeah, she's like, I would have killed him. If that's not me killing him, know that I would have if I'd had to. But what I really liked was, you say the air nomad's name was Yang Chen. I really liked her advice because Aang, you know, was talking about, like, the sanctity of life, and, you know, that's why he's a vegetarian, because he doesn't believe in hurting anybody and everything like that, or anything. And I love that she was like, yes, but this isn't about you. Like, it's not about your personal beliefs. Like, you are the Avatar. You have to protect the world. Now, if that comes at the cost of what you believe in, you have to be willing to make that sacrifice to protect the world. And I just thought that was really great advice, because it's true. Like, I think Aang hadn't thought of it like that, and I hadn't thought of it that way either, because, you know, we were talking about, like, the whole Barry Allen, Oliver Queen thing, and how you don't want Barry Allen to kill somebody because that's not who he is. And I was thinking of it like, I wouldn't want Aang to kill Ozai because that's not who Aang is, you know. Although, I guess at the end of the day, he's the Avatar and he has to protect the world. So it doesn't matter who Aang is. It matters who the Avatar is and what his purpose is and what his role is and what he has to do to save people. Mm-hmm. So I just thought that was a really interesting perspective that I hadn't even thought of. And I really liked the nuance in all of their answers, even though Aang's takeaway was, they all want me to kill him.
Yeah.
You know?
Which, I feel like it's a bit of a stretch for...
Yeah.
Like, specifically in Roku and Korok's advice. Mm-hmm. Like, they were like, you know, if I needed to be more proactive. I needed to actually do something about it.
Before I did.
Offer some resistance before what happened.
Yeah.
And I didn't do that. And Kiyoshi and Yang Chen, they were like, yeah, if it comes to that,
that's what you have to do.
That's what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not about you, it's about the entire world.
Yeah.
And he just took
He's oversimplified all of the responses.
He's oversimplifying. He's super condensing their advice into should I kill him or should I not? And
because he wants an easy answer, right? Yeah. Because that's what he's trying to figure out.
He wants a yes or no.
Yeah, he wants...
And they're giving him advice to shape his
opinion. But he wants them to tell him what to do.
Yeah.
And he wants it to be a definitive, this is what you should do. And he wants to be able to agree with that. Well, what he wanted was for them to be like, no, Aang, you can never kill anybody. Like, that's not the Avatar way, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why when after he talked to Kyoshi, he's like, I knew I shouldn't have freaking asked Kyoshi. Like, of course she's going to say that, you know? But I think that's what he was looking for, which... should tell him his answer right there, right? Because it's like when you flip a coin, when you're like, oh, I want to make this decision, let me flip this coin. You know when the coin's in the air where you want it to land. Yeah. So he knows by asking the question what he wants the answer to be. So that should be the answer, right? You know? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what he does, though. I am, like, literally the comet is coming right now. Like, this second. Like, right now. That lion turtle took its slow-ass time. And now the comet is right here.
But, you know, it put the others of Aang's group...
in good position.
Good position. Otherwise, they would have still been trying to, like, you know, get Aang ready... And he might not have gotten the advice that he wanted to hear from the other avatars.
That's true.
And they wouldn't have had any kind of game plan of what to do to support Aang.
Yeah.
you know, they would have just been kind of, you know, toddling around behind him.
Yeah.
You know,
trying to
maybe getting in
him
his way
ready.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know,
And they
their
wouldn't.
skills wouldn't have been put to use.
Yeah. Like in the scene where they're all talking to Iroh, and Iroh's like, you know, they're waiting for Iroh to tell them, like, what's our destiny? And Iroh's like, you tell me, like, what are you gonna do? And then Sokka, you know, the man with a plan, is like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Because when Aang comes back, we have to trust that he's gonna come back. You know, we need to have everything in place so that he can do what he needs to do. So, like, in order for Aang to do what Aang needs to do, we need to do what we need to do, right? You know? And it's good. It's good, like you said, because it did get them all out of, like, just kind of mother henning Aang to the boss fight, you know? Now they're, like, preparing for what they need to do when the boss fight happens.
Yeah.
And it's good that Ozai left Azula in the Fire Nation, I guess, because Katara and Zuko are about to fuck some shit up, I think. And
they're on their way there.
I love how Zuko's like, what do you say? Like, do you want some revenge on my sister? And she's like,
do you want to help me put my sister in her place?
She's like, you didn't even have to ask. The answer was yes. Like, you know, it's funny.
What do you think about the island that doesn't exist?
Well, there's some
in
sort
another
of
reality.
Well, there's some sort of magic to it, right? Because if he was on an island, he would still exist, right?
Sure.
Like, if he was on an island and, like, the green light happened before he put him back, like, in this world. So, and, like, it wasn't made of stone because it was, like, a living creature, as we know now, right? But, like, it wasn't earth. But
it was turtle shell.
Yeah.
There was earth on top of it.
Well, yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. I still don't know exactly where this lion
turtle
thing comes from or where it's going now.
You wouldn't say duck platypus.
Anyway. It is a mystery. It exists beyond the green light. That's all I know.
The green light?
Yeah.
So you think that green light was like...
It was like, beam me up, Scotty. Him. I mean, I don't know. He wasn't on Earth. That's what that mole thing said. He was like, he's not here.
That's not what he said.
Yeah, he did.
He said, wait for him.
No, the mole thing smelled Aang's staff and said,
talking about the mole thing.
He's not here.
Well, maybe he was way out to sea where it couldn't smell.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Why not? He was on in like the Fire Nation vacation island thingy, and then he showed up to some other landmass.
I don't think so. He was beyond the green light, and that's my theory, and I'm gonna stick to it. What?
You're just like, he was beyond the green light, and that's all there is to it.
Exactly. Boomy was amazing as always. Gotta love Boomy.
Wait a minute, there's someone missing. Someone very important.
I knew when he said that it was gonna
Where's
be
Momo?
Yeah. He's great, and he's badass. Like, him and Toph could, like, fuck a lot of shit up together. Like, you know?
Who do you think of the two of them is the more powerful bender?
I don't know. Maybe currently Boomy, but give her a couple years, and it's definitely Toph.
Yeah.
Like, I think she's more powerful at the age she is now than Boomy was when he was that age.
Sure.
You know? So, I definitely, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't bet against Toph in a fight. That's all I'm saying. You know? I think she's pretty freaking powerful.
I mean, she also has the ability to, like...
Bend metal.
Bend metal, yeah. But also see through walls, you know? Mm-hmm. She can sense vibrations and hear everything that's coming.
She can just, like, touch the ground and be like, yeah, there's people down there. Like, you know?
Yeah.
I like how Boomy also kept saying, like, this is the city of old people.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay. Yes.
All old people know each other, don't you know?
Yeah. I also, like, I was trying to, like, place everybody when they were, like, in their lineup, and when he was, like, the one guy from the water tribe, the one that had taught Gran,
yeah,
right? I can't remember his name, but
well, he didn't teach Gran.
He taught the mom. He knew Gran, right?
He knew Gran. They were betrothed.
Yeah, but like, I was trying to place them, and I'm like, okay, I remember, like, where they're from, obviously, but, like, I couldn't remember exactly. And then he's like, something about being like, I'm your grandfather or whatever, and I was like, wait, what? And then I was like, oh yeah. Because it was very confusing at first. I was like, what?
I could see that you were like really weirded out. You were like,
he's like, call me Grandpa. And I'm like, huh? Why are we calling you Grandpa?
Meet your new grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, because I was thinking about, like, their parents, and I was like, wait, what? I'm so confused.
Did someone have a baby?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
I could tell
like,
that's what was going through your head. It's like, wait, who would have a baby that he would be their grandfather?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see all of the gears turning.
It was cool to see Sokka's sword master guy again. The one who made him the sword, you know, from the, what was it? The meteorite or whatever. Mm-hmm. That other old guy. Who's he again? John? Yeah. Oh, he was the first firebender that was teaching Aang back when, God, what was his name?
Zhao,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Fucking Zhao was after him, and that's when he hurt Katara, and then vowed to never firebend again.
Yep. And that's when Katara figured out how to heal.
Mm-hmm. It was cool. It's cool that they are, like, bringing back people that we used to know, like even June, like, and just having, like, these little moments of our characters meeting the people that they've helped along the way, and sort of getting to see their impact, right? Because they helped all these people, and now in the final battle, all these people are coming to help them. Mm-hmm. And it's cool that Iroh called the White Lotus all together to retake Ba Sing Se.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I just want him to have his little tea shop in Ba Sing Se. If it doesn't happen, I'll be very mad. I will just cry, honestly, but I will be very upset.
Yeah.
About it. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's everything that I have to say about this episode. What about you?
Oh, yeah.
Great episode.
Comet's here.
I know technically it's its own episode, but it's also not its own episode because it's like part 2 of all these other episodes.
Yeah.
But this is like one of my favorite episodes. Like, if it was a single episode by itself, like, it would be like my favorite.
Technically, it is.
Yeah. So I really loved that a lot, and I will probably cry every time I rewatch it. So
yeah.
Anyway,
just think, the first time I watched this, I didn't cry.
Really?
But I've cried more every time.
Yeah.
Think about you rewatching this.
It's a scary thought.
Yeah. You're just gonna be like.
Be like Pumbaa in The Lion King when he just throws his head back.
I'm
and,
so
like,
sorry, Uncle. Water hydrant.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already.
Water hydrant is redundant. I meant fire hydrant.
Oh yeah, that's true. If you want, you can watch the next episode, part 3, right now over on Patreon, which is linked in the description down below. You can also watch my entire full-length reaction to this episode there as well. And that's it for now. We will see you guys, hopefully, in part 3, where more tears.
hopefully more tears in part 3?
No, I'm saying hopefully they'll come back for part 3.
Oh.
And we'll see them. And then I was like, and will there be more tears? It's me, so it's a good bet. See you guys then. Bye.